Okay, this is James Madison, the Healthy Engineer. I'm in my garden today and I'm doing a video to explain to you guys what we're adding to my wife's diet to help her lose the weight the healthy way. And my philosophy is that I want to eat the healthiest foods I can. And one of the things that I do is I grow kale in my garden. So we're going to pick some fresh kale. And what we're going to do is we're going to both juice this and we're going to add it to smoothies. I've also got some collard green leaves. Oh, this is the Licino kale, the Italian kale. We're kind of running out. I've been picking it. All right, so let's pick a whole bunch of kale and we'll bring it inside and I'll show you what we're going to make with it. All right. All right, I just brought this kale in from the garden. Now, if you don't have a garden in your backyard and you can't grow kale, then go to the grocery store every day and get fresh kale, especially when it's in season, which is normally in the winter time, the springtime, and the fall time. In any case, the reason why I want to eat kale is it's one of the most nutrient-dense foods we can eat. And by adding more nutrients to our body, it helps control our appetite. And we're making sure that our body is getting the micronutrients it needs because this provides instructions for our body, instructions to heal ourselves. Now, one note is that when we eat kale and other cruciferous vegetables, we want to make sure we have enough iodine in our diet. That's a separate subject because we want to protect our thyroid. But let me show you what we're going to do. So we normally would juice this kale using the omega juicer because this produces a much better quality juice because it doesn't add as much oxygen. The blade or the bit turns very slowly and extracts a lot of juice out of this dark leafy green. But since I'm trying to do this video quick so you can see, I'm going to set this aside. So for Amy's juice, what she does is she takes about half a head of kale and she takes 2 apples, 1 large organic cucumber, 1 or 2 lemons, and a hunk of ginger. All right, let's show you how it works. Now for the Breville juicer, the omega juicer, we want to scrunch up the kale as small as possible and cram it down here. And that actually extracts a lot more juice out of these dark leafy greens. Ginger. Cucumber. All right, there you have it. Whoops. Oh well. We'll clean that up later. Anyway, what I want to show you is that this is in a mason jar and we can take this with us on a road. That's very good. Now one thing to note is that this to me tastes pretty sweet and delicious because of the 2 apples. If you have a blood sugar issue, if you're diabetic, you might want to leave the apples out and just add cucumber. But we're staying active and we have a good blood sugar response, so we're going to add the apples in. And I personally use this juice just before, during, and after a workout to help me recover. So I'm going to show you the next thing we do with the dark leafy greens and other things we add to our diet. Alright, I'm going to show you what else we do. So I've taken the rest of this kale and I've scrunched it up. I'm going to put this in the blender and we're also going to add baby spring mix. Now sometimes we just simply make the smoothie with the baby spring mix or some other leafy greens. Now spring mix is a dark leafy green. You want to make sure that you get lots of dark leafy greens in your diet every day. Now what we're going to do is just fill up the blender with the remaining amount with leafy greens. And by the way, this is the salad bowl size that I eat every day. And I would typically add this whole bag of mixed greens to the bowl. And let me give you a demo how much that is. So this is about how much salad I eat every evening, besides getting the greens in my smoothies as well. So anyway, let me fill this back up again. And what we're going to do is I'm going to add some water, and I'm going to blend these greens down a little bit so we can add some more ingredients. We're going to add the fruit. So I'm going to add just a cup of water so it blends. Blend it down. Okay, then I'm going to add 2 small apples because this is going to be very delicious. And this is very similar to what Amy's been making every morning for her smoothie. And you got to make it enjoyable. Now what she likes to do is she uses the tropical fruit blend or these mixed berries. And what I recommend to people is to add blueberries. I recommend to add blueberries daily. In fact, everybody should keep blueberries in their freezer. And when they're fresh, get fresh blueberries as well. So we're going to add quite a bit of blueberries to this. And we're going to blend this up on high. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tablespoon of chia seeds. Now chia seeds are one thing that I recommend everybody goes out, and if they don't have them in your store, go out and buy them right away. Because chia seeds add bulk and fiber to keep us satisfied. They're also very high in omega-3 oils, which are good for our brain and is good for inflammation in our body. And the fiber from the chia seeds is very special because it helps with the transport of everything through your gut, and you have a clean elimination, if you know what I mean. So we want to add chia seeds to our diet. And if we don't have access to chia seeds, we can buy flax seeds. Now flax seeds are also very good. Now what I do is I buy flax seeds in the bulk. And if you don't have a powerful blender like this, you want to pre-grind them in a little coffee grinder like this. So you put the flax seeds in here, you grind them up. And you want to add at least a tablespoon or 2 to your smoothie. I would recommend to start out small, like a tablespoon per day. Now what we're going to do is we're going to taste this and see if it's sweet enough. Now typically I would add a couple of ripe bananas. If I'm going to work out right away, I need the extra energy, I might add a couple of dates to sweeten it. I kind of like it the way it is. It's a little bitter with the kale in there. So we're going to add the 2 ripe bananas. These bananas are okay. We prefer to have bananas with black dots on them. Make sure they're ripe, because when they're black dots on the bananas, that means the starches have been converted over to sugar. So they're easy to digest. Now one note here is with all the fiber in here from the kale and the greens and the chia seeds or the flax seeds, is this slows the digestion down and helps keep the blood sugar more constant. Now if you have a blood sugar issue, if you're in type 2 diabetes for example, then one thing you can do is kind of skip the bananas and add a little bit of stevia in there. Now once your blood sugar becomes more in control and stabilized, we want to go back to adding bananas. Now with the bananas, I blend the bananas on low speed because I don't want to destroy the fibers in the bananas. I'm going to keep the fiber in the banana whole. So that's it. We just blend the banana a little bit at low speed. Just enough to break it up. And there we have it. We've got a nice blueberry smoothie. I'm going to taste it one more time to make sure it tastes good. That is so delicious. Now what's really strange is you really start craving this healthy food. You start craving the kale and the leafy greens. If I made the same smoothie and I left out the leafy greens, it'd be something missing, because I love the greens. It's interesting how your taste buds change over time. So we put that in a mason jar, and now we can take that with us on the road. And we just put a lid on it, and there we go. That's so delicious. Blueberries are good for our brain. They help with our cognitive function. They're good for kids. Studies have shown that kids did better in school while they ate blueberries or blueberry extract. The same thing with adults. For elderly who've already had dementia, they found that they've added blueberry extract and their brain function improved. So we need to add blueberries, we need to add dark leafy greens, lots of berries, and nutrient-dense foods to our diet every day. And the beautiful thing is that we're not suffering at all. We're actually enjoying ourselves. It really tastes delicious. And we're able to curb our appetite for the unhealthy foods, because as we start adding in the healthier things, we don't crave the unhealthy things as much. Okay, so that's some of the things that Amy's been adding to her diet every day to help her lose weight the healthy way. We've been adding greens in the form of vegetable juice, in the form of smoothies, and we're also adding chia seeds or flax seeds to our diet to increase the fiber and the bulk in our stomach to give us more of a full feeling. And also, I recommend for people, if you don't have a garden in your backyard, or even if you do, go to the grocery store every day and buy some dark leafy greens and make a huge salad every day. Also, make smoothies, make juices, get dark leafy greens in your diet. And so your assignment is, if you choose so, if you guys want to get healthy, make sure you go to the store and you buy fresh or frozen berries. My blueberries are my favorite. Add chia seeds. Buy chia seeds, keep them in your house. Add a tablespoon at least to your diet every day. Add flax seeds to your diet. If you don't have chia seeds or you don't have them available. Also, keep lots of fresh fruit available in your house ready to eat. I've got bananas ripening here. I've got grapefruits and pomelos from the neighbor, which are real delicious. I've got some leftover oranges and some mangoes. Over here I have tomatoes and dates, some more bananas, and I've got all the greens in my backyard for my kale and my cruciferous vegetables right now in Phoenix, Arizona. So I want everybody to eat the healthiest foods you can, and this is just a small sample of some of the things I recommend we add to our diet to stay healthy. But this is so easy to do. Just simply add a smoothie every day, a juice every day, add a salad every day, and get some good healthy fiber. So, I love you guys. Take care of yourself. And thanks for watching. I'm doing these videos because I really do love you and I want everyone to eat the healthiest foods. I've lost so much weight and I've got off all these medications just by changing my diet and adding these things. And I want to teach people what I've learned, you know, from reading all the books, from following all the gurus and learning from them. It's time to pay it forward, and I want everybody to be healthy. All right, you guys, I love you. Bye-bye.